Hi everyone, my name is Sean from Stratham, New Hampshire. I'm 56 years old, married, father of 3 grown children, and they are all out of the house as we speak. Um, I am carnivore. I have been carnivore for the better part of 1 year. I started my fitness journey about 5 years ago, and it was like this every single year is exactly the same time of year. I got in some sort of a routine that I heard online or found online, and then I peter out and I eat pizza and whatever, and then do the same process over every single year. And the reason that I'm making this video is because I go to a regular box gym and I see people in there doing exactly what I was doing, except these people are, God love them, they are working so hard. And I really feel for them, because what is not happening for them is I would guess anyway. I mean, I do talk to a lot of them, but for the most part, their diet is off. And they think they're going to run themselves into shape or do the stairs into shape or the elliptical into shape. It's simply maybe good for the heart and lungs, but for the most part, that tire tube around their belly is not going to go away. And it's not going to go away because they have an excess of sugar in their body, and I won't get too technical, but their liver's holding a bunch of sugar, and then they have a bunch of sugar, and again, it just goes right to fat around the belly. So what happened with me was about 4, maybe 5 years ago, I was talking to a buddy. He was in very good shape, and I was complaining about being 50 years old and that my joints were sore, that I couldn't do what I used to be able to do, and blah, blah, blah. And he's like, man, I don't think it's age at all. I just think that you're just fueling yourself wrong. And that's basically, long and the short of it is, he got me introduced to keto. He got me introduced to podcast. And I found some wonderful fitness influences, if you will, on the podcast. Keto Savage, Robert Sykes, #1 for sure for me. There's lots of others, Dr. Sean Baker, Dr. Anthony Chafee, Dr. Paul Saladino, to name a few. They're wonderful. They have wonderful guests. I find them very interesting. I listen to, as I said, all of them, every single episode that they all have, and they have like 5-6 years worth. So I'm very well versed on the carnivore diet and the keto diet, and I have done both successfully. What got me here was it's January. Tomorrow starts Carnivore, World Carnivore Month, I guess. And I feel like people are confused as to how to do it. And I have never done a video. I've never posted a video. I don't even know how to post this video. I'll figure it out. But I have people ask me questions at the gym quite a bit. And I like answering questions, and I love talking about fitness. When I start talking about the diet, I lose just about everyone. I've gotten one person that has bought what I'm selling, if you will, and started doing his form of carnivore. What is my form of carnivore? I'll start with January 3rd of 2022. I had made the decision in December of 2021 that I had had enough. I was so tired of going from, I'll make a number up, 204 pounds December 31st. And then January 1st, this is going to be my year. And what I normally would do is run myself into the ground, but I don't do that anymore. I decided to hire a coach. I hired Robert Sykes, Keto Savage. And what happened was I was supposed to be fit because I kind of looked fit. Back then, even at 200 pounds, I kind of looked fit, but I knew I wasn't fit. I look in the mirror in the morning and it was just like, I can't believe you're spending all this time in the gym. This is the result. It was horrible. Well, horrible, relatively speaking, for what I was expecting to get for results. And so I hired a coach, and I was on a ketogenic competition cut. So January 3rd of last year, I was 204 pounds. And I want to say somewhere around mid-May, I was 162 pounds and 3% body fat. And I'm very proud of it. It was a wonderful journey. If anybody can afford to hire a coach, I would highly recommend hiring a coach. They manipulate your macros. You have somebody that you have to speak to on a daily basis, or at least text them your weight, your macros, and all of that. They keep you in check. You feel like you have to do it for them. Of course, you're doing it for yourself. But and the idea, what I did was, the idea was to cut the body fat out, and then, at least for me personally, and then rebuild from there. And that's exactly what I did. I did use a product that was not carnivore for the particular cut, and I have one right here. I'll just show it to you. A little shout out to Keto Savage and Robert Sykes. I ate a keto brick every day. This is peanut butter, my favorite one. All right, I ate a keto brick every single day for, I think, 6 months, every day. So what I would do is I'd cut this little sucker in half. This is 1,000 calories. I'd cut it in half, and I would have half for lunch with some meat, if you will, and then the same for dinner. That's how I did it, and it was wonderful. I love the keto brick, but right now I'm not using the keto brick, at least right now, and I have been full carnivore for 6 months. How do I do carnivore that is different than what other people do? I love how I do carnivore, and I don't hear enough about how, you can see me smiling because I'm so excited. This is what I do, and there are many different carnivore communities right now. There are many different beliefs in carnivore. I think Dr. Anthony Chafee has the most accurate belief that it's salt, water, and beef, and that would constitute carnivore, at least as far as I can see. Do I do that? No. Here's what I do. I'm so proud of this. In the morning, I have 3 cups of coffee with 4 tablespoons of heavy whipping cream in each cup of coffee. That equates to 600 calories. So every morning I have 600 calories of heavy whipping cream. That's my breakfast. Oh, I have this little Keurig right here. That's 1 cup of coffee, and I have 2 more. I have a thermos, and I have a little, anyway. You get the point. 3 cups of coffee and my heavy whipping cream for lunch. Okay, so this is my carnivore. Excuse me. This is frozen. I just took it out. Okay. Whoa. This is 85/15 beef, as you can see. I take this beef. I didn't bring the pan in because I didn't feel like it. But I take this. It's already pre-done. Obviously, I don't bring this to lunch. I throw this in a big ass pan. I cook it up. It's literally like 7 minutes. Then I stir it for 7 more minutes. I put it on a low setting on the oven. And this is essentially 2 meals right here. It is 2.74 pounds. It costs $10.93. So you have just seen my carnivore diet. Breakfast, lunch, and dinner. That's it. What does that equate to calorically? Well, I weigh my food. I have 20 ounces of cooked. Oh, by the way, I have this huge wok, put this stuff in there, stir it up, like I said, for roughly 13, 14 minutes. Then I have my dinner that I'm cooking, and I put exactly 20 ounces on a scale. I got a $30 scale at Target. I put the bowl, I use the bowl to eat. Put the bowl on a scale, get it to 0, out of the pan, 20 ounces, put that aside, take a lunch, I don't know, some sort of Tupperware or whatever. I put that on there, 20 more ounces, lunch and dinner are done. Then, if there's some left over, or if I've cooked more than 2.74 pounds, I usually cook up 4 pounds, is what I really do. I take the rest of it, and I pour all of the juice. See, a lot of people do burger for carnivore. They say, oh, I do burger, I cooked a burger. No. You have to have all the juice that's in the pan in the Tupperware thing, and you put it in the fridge. And then when it's time for lunch again, you just cut it out, put it in with all the fat that's inside that was cooking. So you're saving all the fat. And I think that's really the secret. It's my secret anyway. So that's what I do. I do 20 ounces for lunch of 85/15 burger and 20 ounces for dinner. And that equates to exactly 3,000 calories. Now, how does that relate to fitness? Oh, and by the way, I did the steak thing the year before. I would eat ungodly amount of steak. One steak for lunch, one steak for dinner. For whatever reason, I'm not sure, and I think this is where a lot of people are having issues with regard to, oh, I haven't lost weight on carnivore. I think the steak is too dense, or at least for me it is. So when I'd have two steaks, I really was having trouble dropping. I felt good, but I wasn't really dropping in it. I just didn't feel as good as with the burger. And I think that the fat content in the burger, in cooking the fat and then pouring the fat into the Tupperware and using again, I believe that actually helps me. I'm not sure why, but it is a very inexpensive, very great way of doing carnivore. Now, there are some people that would say, well, I can't eat burger for the rest of my life. No, I don't know if I can either. I have no idea. I have had, in the last 6 months, I have been carnivore. I have had a number of cheats along the way, maybe once a month, I would say. And yeah, they don't go well. They really don't go well. Sometimes I'm sick. Like if I have pizza or something, we had a pizza night my wife and I used to do in the summertime. I just felt terrible. And I felt terrible for like 3 days. And so what I do, I just get right back on and go right back to carnivore and my burger and my little process that I have. And it really has worked out well. I wake up at 4:30 in the morning without an alarm clock. I go to bed at 8:30, 9 o'clock at night. I work out, and that's what I wanted to get to, the workouts. So here's the thing. If you're a dad bod and you're not some super athlete, you weren't some, professional whatever, or D1 this, or, world records in rowing, or whatever the case may be. If you're just a regular dude and you want to get fit in the gym, the exercise industry, I think, is worse than the carnivore industry or the keto industry with regard to getting the content, finding out what to do, and then executing. I just think that my way is simple. It works for me. I don't find it difficult at all. I'm pretty fit right now. That's why I'm wearing the tank top, so you can see that I'm fairly fit. And here's what I do. I do it every day. I do, for tomorrow, for example, I will do chest and tries. What will I do for chest and tries? I don't even know. Is it written down? No, it's not written down. Do I know what weight I'm going to use? No, I have no idea what weight I'm going to use. I have an idea. I shouldn't say that. But I don't know exactly what weight I'm going to, because some days I'm on and some days I'm not on. So here's what I do. I'll go to the machines at Planet Fitness. You know those little purple machines that nobody uses and everybody's in the heavy weight, doing heavy weights or whatever it is they're doing? I'll use the purple machines. If the dumbbells are taken, it's no big deal, man. I just go to the purple machines. And what I do though is I do lift intensely. You don't have to lift for a long period of time. You can lift for 30 minutes. Just increase the intensity. So if you're only lifting for 30 minutes and you have 3 sets of chest and 3 sets of tries to do, you do 30 seconds in between sets. If you're just starting out, you haven't lifted weights in a long time, most males, and that's kind of who I'm directing all this at, is males, just because that's what I am, and I don't know a lot about females, so I'm going to stick to the males. Plus, there's not a lot going on in the male head. I think we can, adding one more thing, I think it's okay. So you go to the machine, let's say, for example, it's chest. Those things are designed by people smarter than me, right? And everyone makes fun of the machines. It goes exactly to where you want it to go. It does everything that you want it to work. So if you're new, starting out, you're starting out with carnivore, you're starting out with exercise, January 1st is tomorrow. Start with the machines. I'm going to do the machines. That's the first thing I'm going to do in the morning. I'm going to put some weight on. Yeah, I'm going to put some weight on. I'm going to lift intensely. Damn right I'm going to lift intensely. But it doesn't have to be a long period of time. It doesn't have to be hard, meaning hard relatively, like you're dragging you don't, oh my God, I don't want to do this. No, you just do it. You just keep doing it. And then as far as cardio is concerned, I'll tell you exactly what I do, but if you're new and starting out, as far as cardio is concerned, just get on the treadmill and walk. Walk for 20 minutes. You'll get a mile out of 20 minutes. Or walk, if you haven't walked at all, and you want to walk and you have the time, walk for 40 minutes. Do the weights, do the walking. Eventually, here's what's going to happen. I promise you this. What's going to happen is you're going to have a lot of energy, and your body is going to want to work more, and your dopamine is going to come from the gym, because that's natural. It's natural for your body to move. It's natural for your body to want to move. And when you're on this diet, everything is better. Everything. You feel better. You don't, you just wake up on your own. You're not groggy in the morning. You're looking forward to the day. You're looking forward to going to the gym. So my routine essentially is, I work a job that most people consider to be a physical job, but it actually, here's a secret, it's not. It's very sedentary. We sit a lot. I sit a lot during the day. And so therefore, I wanted to show everybody. So I have an Apple Watch that my children bought me for Christmas 2 years ago. I swore I'd never wear one. Love it. I love it. And the Apple Watch, I've heard a podcast the other day where they're like, oh, calories are energy and they're not anything. And then, those trackers, they don't work. No, it works. Here's the deal. I burn 300 calories every single day at work I swear to God, from 5 a.m. to 2:30, 3 p.m., I've only burned 300 calories because we don't move. We don't move at all. So what has to happen? I have to make it up at the gym. So my routine is 1 hour of weights. I clock it. I literally set this thing, right? And I go to workout. Then I go to traditional strength training. I hit this sucker. I'm on the clock. And I look at it as work, to be honest with you. So it's for an hour. I do my weights for an hour. I do my weights very intensely. I do like to talk to people at the gym. I love the environment at the gym. I love the people at the gym. A lot of people have questions. They ask me questions. I answer the questions. I'm very polite. And I love passing this on, what I've found. I've discovered the fountain of youth at 56 years old. And I love passing it on. That's why I'm doing this video right now. So hope I'm not skipping around too much, but put that sucker on, and in between lifts, it's 50 seconds. That's it, 50 seconds. I time it because I don't know 50 seconds. Just like, all right, 50 seconds, time to go again. If I'm not strong that day, I'm not strong that day. It's no big deal, man. I'm coming the next day. I look at this as it's a life's journey. It's not the end of the world if my workout doesn't go well. And then I run on the treadmill. Oh, and you can also see the bike right here. Love the bike. This is kind of our extra room in the house, our extra bedroom. And my wife does her work in here 3 days a week, so I don't get to get on that a lot. I wish I could get on it more. So if I can't get on the bike, I'll get on the treadmill, and I run 3 miles pretty much every single day. Why do I run 3 miles a day? Well, I'm consuming 3,000 calories a day. And if I'm consuming 3,000 calories a day, that means I have to, if I want to keep the weight that I'm at right now, I have to burn 3,000 calories a day. And in order to do that, since I only burn 300 calories at work, I've got to make up the difference. Now, resting energy is something that I'm talking to my phone, so I can't show you it. But the Apple Watch connected with the Apple phone, it gives you a resting energy every day. So this year, over every day of the year, I have rested. My resting caloric burn is 1,900 calories. So I need to get to 3,000. So I have 1,100 calories of active energy that I have to burn. I burn 300 calories, like I said, at work of active energy. The rest of it is resting energy. And then I burn usually 300 calories lifting weights. So that's 600 calories. I usually burn 350 calories when I'm running. So that's 950 calories. And then essentially I have another 200 or so calories at night that I'll burn. And I burn whatever, it's funny. I plug this in, all of these ingredients or whatever you want to call them. I plugged everything into my my Macros Plus app. And this 20 ounces is 1,200 calories of 85-15 beef and 25. So that times 2, that's what I eat along with the heavy whipping cream. It's dead on. The watch is dead on with the caloric burn. I don't gain any weight. I'm the same weight and that. So now if I want to not do cardio anymore, well, if I don't want to do cardio anymore, then I am going to have to lower my calories. It's that simple. So if I get sick of calories, I'm just like throwing it out there right now. If I get sick of cardio, then I need to knock essentially 400 calories off my meal. And in order for me to eat 3,000 and try to gain strength, if you will, or muscles, then I run. That's how it works for me. So I do chest tries tomorrow. I do back buys the next day. Then I do legs and shoulders the following day. So tomorrow is Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. What do I do on Wednesday? I start it all over again. Chest tries, back bis, legs, shoulders. Now, you're going to hear people say that if you're brand new, you're going to get sore. It's inevitable, but it goes away. And with the carnivore diet, I don't get sore. I work out. I don't know. I shouldn't even say this, but I work out 7 days a week. I just work out all the time. I love it. My body needs it. I don't get sore. I could be in the gym. I'm usually in the gym for an hour and 45 minutes a day. I could be in the gym for 4 hours a day. I could do 2 a days. I could run more. I just have an unbelievable amount of energy, and it's all because of the carnivore diet. If I were new and starting out with the carnivore diet, I will tell you this, that the first 2 weeks, your body needs to adjust to being fat adapted, because your body is probably so used to eating carbs all the time that it's a transition. My running sucked the first month of keto / carnivore. I didn't have my legs. The bike was even worse. It was horrible. I had nothing in my legs for, honestly, I want to say, if I'm honest, probably a month. I just didn't have any glycogen stores. I didn't have sugar. I had nothing. I had nothing in my legs. I eventually got it all back. Like you have, when you're riding the bike, you have PRs. I got to be honest with you. So if I was 204 pounds this day last year and 176 this morning, that's a pretty drastic difference. And so the strength is going to take a while to get back to where it was when you were 204 pounds. It's a huge difference. So I was way stronger in the gym. Not way stronger, but I was stronger than I am right now. I haven't hit my PRs back at the gym. Now, remember, I'm 25 or whatever pounds less than I was when I did hit those PRs. That is a difference. You do lose some muscle. But the beauty of carnivore is, you can get your body fat low. It does come down to calories in and calories out, but it's more than weight. It's really lifestyle. There's so many things that happen with carnivore that I would guess probably otherwise would never happen. Some of the things I can tell you that have happened for me is that I meditate. And I usually watch a sunrise at the beach. We're not far from the beach, probably 8 miles. 3 times a week. I did it this morning. I just sit there, I meditate to the sunrise. I never would have done that prior to. There's an interesting thing that happens with this, I'll call it a diet, it's a way of life. People hate that when they call it carnivore diet because most people believe that that is actually the way we should eat, and I am one of them. That's another thing too about carnivore is, in order to do it for longer than World Carnivore Month, it becomes, at least, again, for me, it's a belief system. I think that this is the way humans were supposed to eat, did eat, and I think that it's the best way to eat for your brain, for your overall health, for your muscles, for your life. And the sunsets is an example of something that probably would have never happened for me had I not changed over to carnivore. Another thing, I used to think in the 80s, I was this music aficionado, that I knew everything about music and had been to so many concerts and whatnot. But he told me about metal music. I wanted nothing to do with it. I thought it was a bunch of crap. Yeah, it's not. I am a huge, huge Metallica fan. I'm also a huge Slayer fan. The stuff is unbelievable. I can't believe my mind was so closed back then. It was closed because, honestly, I would say that my brain was cloudy. I didn't feel good. And it was almost like a tribalism type thing with music. My world is so completely open right now to everything. Country music, made fun of country music, didn't like country music. Yeah, well, if you've heard some of the newer stuff, it's really amazing. And Zach Bryan being number 1 on the list, or at least on my list, it's absolutely brilliant. I would have never listened to something like that had my mind not been open enough to hear it. And why is it open? It's open because it's clear. I'm thinking clear. I feel like if you remember in your 20s, I was very fit in my 20s, and I was very open-minded and very free of who I was, very authentic, I guess is the right word. And that's what I feel like I am now. I feel like that dude that was in my 20s. And what happens is in your 30s, whether it be work or businesses or children, everything kind of closes back in, and you fall into this world of who you are, and you kind of stick with that. And then I guess the kids grew up, and I got fit, and I discovered carnivore, and my world is completely different now, and it's completely open. I have coworkers that'll probably see this. It is what it is, man. This is me. I'm wearing this shirt. Yeah, it's all good, man. It's all good. What does the 603 stand for? It's a running group in New Hampshire, where I'm from. I'm not from New Hampshire, but I live in New Hampshire. And I just think it's like the coolest shirt ever. I have like 10 of them, all different colors, so I'll probably wear them doing these videos if I continue to do the videos. I hope to do videos from the gym. I'll show you how I work out. I'm sure I'll get a lot of critiques and whatnot. That's fine. It's all good. Oh, one more thing. This is what happens. At least this is what happened for me. You're doing the diet, and you feel pretty good, but you know what it's like. You look in the mirror and everything looks the same until somebody comes up to you and they say, dude, what are you doing? Like, what do you mean, what am I doing? I'm doing the same thing. No, your fucking muscles are growing. I'm like, holy shit. They're not really. I mean, you're just losing body fat, but it's cool. And what that did for me was just, it put me in another stratosphere. So I'm like, holy shit, people are noticing this. And then you start seeing veins. I haven't seen veins since, I don't know, maybe my 20s when I was in the army or something. But then you start seeing veins, and you're like, oh my God, I have a freaking vein in my bicep. Jesus Christ, holy shit, right? Then you see in this, I don't have any right now, flat, but you get them in your shoulders, and then you get them in your sides, and you're like, oh my, this is really working. And the interesting thing is there's not that many people in the gym that have below 10% body fat, and they're beasts. I mean, they're strong, they're athletic, whatever, but they can't get there. They can't get there because they're fueled wrong. It's really that simple. They're fueled wrong. If you want to be fit, if you want to be shredded, it's carnivore. It's carnivore. Now, there are influences in the fitness industry that say otherwise. Hey, man, these dudes are freaks, okay? They're genetically gifted. They have been that way most of their lives. And I think they're great. They're awesome. They have great content. But if you think you're going to look like those dudes, you're out of your mind. You're not going to, ever. Ever. Even if you do carnivore and you do weights, 50 times a month or whatever, you're not going to look like that guy. You're going to look like your father and your mother. That's how it works. Unfortunately or fortunately, depending on how you look at it. Yeah, this is it. This is my genetic potential right here. I accept it. It's cool. It's fine. I'm good with it. But I keep lifting weights because I like lifting weights and I like being fit. And I also like feeling good. So this is, I had notes. I didn't even look at one note. All right, it's Carnivore Month, World Carnivore Month. I am carnivore. I do carnivore very simple, and I do fitness extremely simple. And it works. It doesn't have to be complicated. You don't have to switch your stuff up all the time. Like every 6 weeks, you have to switch your stuff up, and you have to take a deload week. No, you don't have to do any of that. Just go in, move your body, lift weights, lift them intensely. Cut down the time in between sets. Listen to the compliments, feel the compliments, and then help other people out. Carnivore and Fitness. Carnivore Fitness Challenge 2023. I'm going to put more content. I don't know what I'm going to do. Maybe I'll film myself at 4 o'clock in the morning at the gym, and I'll put it on here. But I just wanted to say all that. I look forward to your comments. I have no idea. I guess you can like my page, subscribe to my channel. I don't know what that means. And also, like, how about the people that do the pop-ups? Like, or they go 1, 2, 3 in the words, but I don't know how to do any of that. So thanks for listening. I will post, I'll take a picture of my weight tomorrow morning because it starts tomorrow morning. And I might fiddle with my calories this whole month just to see what the result is. So I'm at 3,000 right now. I'll most likely, I think I plan on, I haven't figured it out yet, but I'm going to drop, I think 100 calories each week to the end of the month, and I'll be at 2,600. I'll be doing the exact same 1 hour lifting a day, 30 minutes of cardio a day, whether it be the bike, the stairs, the treadmill, who knows. and see what the results are at the end of this month. And then we'll see where this goes from here. Thank you so much. Take care.